All right, let's jump right in, shall we? Today, today we are diving into something that I think everyone dreams of. A 3-month summer adventure across Japan.
Summer in Japan is just the perfect time,
Oh, absolutely.
There's just so much going on.
Yeah, I've heard incredible things.
A real vibrant tapestry of festivals and fireworks and adventures galore.
Okay, I'm sold.
It's when the country truly comes alive,
So 3 months is a decent chunk of time, but Japan is bursting with must-sees.
It is.
Where do we even begin?
Well, why don't we start in Kyoto?
Okay.
I mean, it really embodies the soul of Japan.
Just the heart of it all.
It is, ancient traditions meet modern life, and it's just this perfect blend of...
I'm already picturing myself there.
Yeah, I mean, instead of just doing a quick visit, I think to really unravel Kyoto's layers, you've got to spend a whole month there.
Okay, a whole month in Kyoto, I'm intrigued.
You'll be thanking yourself later, trust me.
When I think of Kyoto, I think of those vibrant orange torii gates winding up a mountain. What is that all about?
That's Fushimi Inari Shrine.
Fushimi Inari. Okay.
Yeah, one of Kyoto's most iconic sites, for sure.
And are those gates, they all have a meaning, right?
They do. Each one represents a prayer or a wish.
Oh, wow.
And just walking through those thousands of gates, it's mesmerizing. You step into another world.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah, it's really something else.
Okay, I'm putting it on the list. But summer in Japan equals heat in humidity.
Yeah, it does.
How can we kind of enjoy Kyoto without melting into a puddle?
Well, Kyoto's beauty isn't just limited to its temples. I mean,
Right.
think about the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove.
Oh.
I mean, imagine yourself strolling through these towering bamboo stalks and the sunlight just filtering through the leaves.
Yeah.
It's like a natural air conditioner.
All right, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and you're going to get some amazing photos, too.
Okay, so a bamboo forest escape is going on the list.
It is.
But we can't forget about the temples. What other temples besides Fushimi Inari should we not miss?
Well, Kyoto is overflowing with stunning temples.
Of course.
Kawaguchi, the Golden Pavilion, that's a must-see.
Okay.
I mean, just imagine its golden reflection shimmering on that pond, an image you won't forget.
Oh, okay, I'm picturing it.
Yeah, and Kiyomizu-dera Temple, perched on a hillside.
Okay.
You get these panoramic views of the city, especially when the city lights twinkle below.
It sounds amazing.
It really is something special.
So many temples to choose from. I'm already feeling a little overwhelmed, and we haven't even left Kyoto.
I know.
What's the secret? What's the key to not getting temple fatigue?
Well, pacing is key. I mean,
Yeah.
You got to mix things up, Like, why not experience Kyoto like a local and rent a kimono?
Okay.
Stroll through the Gion district.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
It's just so charming.
Okay, I'm sold.
Immerse yourself, take some unique photos.
And maybe suffer some good food along the way?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm a foodie. I'm a foodie, and I'm already dreaming about all the delicious things I'm going to get to try in Japan.
Oh, me too, me too.
So where do we start?
Well, for a real sensory overload, you got to go to Nishiki Market.
Nishiki Market. Okay.
Yeah, they call it Kyoto's kitchen.
Okay.
It is just bustling with energy.
I love it.
Local produce, seafood, street food.
Ooh, street food. Okay.
It's a must.
Yes, but what about something a little more refined?
Oh, you mean like kaiseki?
Kaiseki. Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard whispers of this.
It's a multi-course dining experience.
And it's seasonal, right?
Yeah, and the presentation is just as important as the taste.
So it's a culinary journey.
It is.
Not just a meal.
It's a work of art.
Okay, I am definitely putting this on the list, but before we get too lost in the culinary delights, let's talk about Kyoto's famous tea ceremonies.
Okay.
Because it's more than just tea, right?
It is so much more. It's a meditative experience.
Okay.
It's really steeped in history and symbolism.
Okay.
Appreciating the artistry of every movement and just savoring that moment.
So it's like slowing down, being present,
Exactly.
appreciating the ritual.
Yeah, it's a chance to just disconnect and connect with yourself.
I love that.
Connect with the present moment.
Okay, so we've got temples, bamboo forests, kimono strolls, markets, even a meditative tea ceremony.
Sounds pretty good, right?
We could easily fill a month in Kyoto without even scratching the surface.
And that's just the beginning.
Hold on. We're just getting started with this deep dive.
Mm.
Let's savor Kyoto for a little while longer
Okay.
before we venture out to other regions.
I like it. Yeah, Kyoto is special.
It is.
But those bullet trains are calling my name.
Oh, the Shinkansen.
Yeah!
They're on my must-experience list.
You gotta do it.
Zipping through the countryside at what, like lightning speed?
Yeah, it's incredible.
Those futuristic landscapes flashing by. Where does that magic take us next?
Well, picture this. You step off the Shinkansen, and suddenly you're surrounded by sizzling street food, dazzling neon lights, and just this energy that grabs you.
Okay, I'm listening.
And welcome to Osaka.
Osaka. Now, I've heard it's a little bit of a rebel compared to Kyoto's refined elegance.
Yeah.
It makes it so unique.
I mean, think of it like Kyoto's fun-loving, boisterous cousin, you know?
Okay.
It wears its heart on its sleeve, known for its people, incredible street food, that nightlife scene.
Okay, color me intrigued, and you mentioned street food. My foodie senses are tingling.
They should be.
What are some must-try dishes?
Oh, you are in for a treat.
Okay.
So imagine yourself strolling through Dotonbori.
Dotonbori, okay.
Yeah, it's Osaka's entertainment district.
Yeah.
Those neon lights reflect off the canal. Every corner is a new culinary adventure.
Love it.
You'll find takoyaki everywhere.
Takoyaki, what is that?
Those little octopus balls.
Okay.
Sizzling on griddles.
Okay, now we're talking.
Don't miss out on okonomiyaki.
Okonomiyaki. All right, that's a new one for me.
It's a savory pancake, piled high with cabbage, meat, all the toppings you could want.
So it's a customizable pancake feast.
It is.
It's like the ultimate comfort food. I'm sold.
You gotta try it.
I have to try it. But Osaka also has a pretty impressive castle, right?
It does, Osaka Castle.
Is it worth a visit?
It is. I mean, it towers over the city, a real glimpse into Japan's feudal past.
Okay.
You know, you can climb to the top, get those panoramic views, explore the museum, wander through those serene castle gardens.
A castle with gardens.
Yes.
I'm in. But summer in Osaka means we'll need a break from that city heat.
Yeah, for sure.
Are there any nearby escapes we can make?
If you're looking for tranquility, hop on a train and go to Nara.
Nara, okay.
Yeah, city known for its friendly deer.
Deer, okay.
Yeah, they roam freely in this sprawling park.
Yeah.
You know, stroll through the ancient temples, lush greenery, and these gentle creatures just all around.
That sounds like a magical experience.
It is.
But you know, a part of me is yearning for those really epic landscapes.
Okay.
The kind that just take your breath away.
I know what you mean.
I'm talking about Mount Fuji.
Ah, Mount Fuji.
We got to see it.
The iconic snow-capped peak that symbolizes Japan itself.
And summer is the perfect time, right?
It is. It's the official climbing season.
Okay.
So if you're feeling adventurous, you can conquer the summit, witness that sunrise from the top of Japan.
Climbing Mount Fuji, that's definitely a bucket list item.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not much of a hiker.
Yeah.
Are there other ways to appreciate its beauty?
Oh, for sure. Even if you don't climb to the summit,
Okay.
the Fuji Five Lakes region,
Okay.
nestled at the base of the mountain,
I'm picturing it.
stunning views,
Right?
a real tranquil escape, kayaking on a crystal clear lake, Mount Fuji's reflection just shimmering on the water,
Okay, you're speaking my language now.
or soaking in a traditional onsen.
Oh, an onsen.
Yeah, surrounded by nature with that peak as your backdrop.
Okay, I am getting serious FOMO just thinking about all this kayaking, hot springs, Mount Fuji. It's like a postcard come to life.
It is pretty amazing.
But let's not get too lost in those serene landscapes because we got to talk about the place that's been calling my name since we started planning this whole trip.
Let's hear it.
Tokyo.
Tokyo, of course.
You got to do it.
It's a city that defies definition, really.
It does. It does.
I mean, a whirlwind of contradictions.
In a good way.
In a good way, ancient shrines next to skyscrapers.
Yeah?
Michelin-starred restaurants next to quirky-themed cafes.
Okay.
A pace of life that's exhilarating and strangely calming at the same time.
I'm feeling a little overwhelmed just thinking about navigating this mega city.
I know, it's a lot.
Where do we even begin?
Well, a good place to start is Shibuya Crossing.
Shibuya Crossing, I've seen the videos.
The world's busiest intersection.
It's like organized chaos on a grand scale.
It is. A sea of people, the lights change, everyone starts moving in perfect harmony.
I got to see it to believe it.
You do.
But I'm going to need a bit of zen to balance out that urban frenzy.
You will?
Are there any peaceful escapes within Tokyo?
Right in the heart of the city, you'll find the Meiji Shrine,
Okay.
a serene oasis dedicated to Emperor Meiji and Empress Shokin. Wander through its tranquil forest, admire that traditional architecture, feel the weight of history in this sanctuary.
Okay. I'm adding Shibuya Crossing and the Meiji Shrine to my list.
Good choices.
But tell me more about those quirky themed cafes you mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of the themes?
I mean, Tokyo's themed cafes are in a world of their own.
Okay.
You can find anything. Cat cafes where you sip coffee surrounded by furry felines.
Oh, a cat cafe.
Robot cafes.
Robot cafes.
Those are served by robots.
This is blowing my mind.
Entertained by dazzling shows. And then you got Akihabara.
Akihabara, what's that all about?
If you love anime and manga, you have to go there. It's overflowing with electronics, gaming arcades, all things anime.
This is going on the list. Robot cafes, cat cafes.
It's a must.
I think I'm going to need a caffeine boost after all that exploring, and maybe a cuddle with a cat.
I hear ya.
But are there any off-the-beaten-path neighborhoods we should check out while we're in Tokyo?
You gotta go to Harajuku.
Harajuku, okay.
It's a neighborhood that just pulses with youthful energy, bold fashion statements, a feast for the eyes.
Yeah.
And then there's
Yanaka.
one of Tokyo's oldest neighborhoods.
Yeah, really.
Charming shops, temples, slower pace of life.
Okay, so Harajuku and Yanaka, from vibrant street style to traditional charm, Tokyo really is a city of contrast. With so much to see and do in Tokyo alone.
Yeah.
Are there any other regions we should consider for our 3-month itinerary?
Well, Japan's beauty extends far beyond its major cities.
Of course.
You know, Hokkaido, the northernmost island, it's a nature lover's paradise.
Okay, tell me more.
You know, stunning national parks, volcanic landscapes, delicious seafood.
Okay, you had me at delicious seafood.
Imagine hiking through these fields of wildflowers.
Okay.
Soaking in hot springs surrounded by snow-capped mountains.
Hold on, you had me at hot springs surrounded by snow-capped mountains.
Yeah.
Hokkaido sounds like a dream. All right, any other hidden gems you'd recommend?
Well, if you're seeking a tropical escape.
Okay. All right.
The islands of Okinawa offer a completely different side to Japan.
Okay.
Think pristine beaches,
Oh.
turquoise waters, coral reefs, that laid-back island vibe.
I like where this is going.
Perfect place to relax, soak up the sun, experience a different pace of life.
All right, so Hokkaido for mountain adventures, Okinawa for beach bliss.
I like it.
With all this talk of exploring different regions,
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder about the logistics.
Okay.
How do we get around? How easy is it to navigate Japan's transportation system?
That's where the magic of the Shinkansen comes in again.
The bullet trains.
Yeah. They can whisk you between major cities at speeds of up to 320 kilometers per hour.
320 kilometers an hour. That's faster than anything I've ever experienced.
It's incredible.
So we can hop on a bullet train and easily travel from Kyoto to Osaka to Mount Fuji to Tokyo and beyond.
Exactly. And the rail network is so expensive, so user-friendly.
Oh.
Even if you don't speak Japanese, you'll be amazed by how efficient and punctual everything is.
That's a relief because I don't speak any Japanese. Will that be a problem?
You know, it's always helpful to learn a few basic phrases.
Sure.
But you'll find that a lot of people in tourist areas speak some English.
Okay.
And don't underestimate the power of a friendly smile and a willingness to try.
I can do that.
Yeah. And, you know, technology can be your friend, too.
Of course.
Translation apps, pocket Wi-Fi, they can make communication much smoother.
That's reassuring. So we've covered transportation, language. What about accommodation?
Okay.
Are we talking luxury hotels, traditional inns, or something in between?
Well, Japan offers a wide range of options to suit any taste and budget, but
Okay.
for a truly immersive experience, I highly recommend staying in a ryokan,
A ryokan.
a traditional Japanese inn.
Right.
I mean, imagine yourself sleeping on futons on tatami mat floors,
Yeah.
waking up to a delicious Japanese breakfast, and perhaps enjoying a relaxing soak in a private onsen.
Wow, a ryokan sounds incredible.
Yeah.
But are there other options, for those on a tighter budget?
Oh, of course. You'll find plenty of budget-friendly hostels, business hotels, even capsule hotels.
Capsule hotels.
Yeah, they offer a unique and surprisingly comfortable experience.
Okay.
And if you want a bit more space and privacy, there's always Airbnb.
Okay, so we've got transportation, language, and accommodation covered.
We do.
We're practically ready to pack our bags.
Almost. Before you do, let's talk about a few essential things to keep in mind
I'm all ears. Lay it on me.
to ensure a smooth and enjoyable trip.
Okay, what are those insider tips that are going to help us navigate Japan like a pro?
Okay, well, I think etiquette's a good place to start.
Etiquette, okay.
Yeah, Japan has this rich culture of politeness and respect, so brushing up on some basic customs can go a long way.
I don't want to accidentally commit any cultural faux pas, so what are some key things to keep in mind?
Well, bowing is common, you know?
Yeah.
It's a way to greet people, express gratitude, even apologize. It's a
No.
subtle art, but even a slight bow shows respect.
Right.
And remember to take off your shoes before entering homes, temples, some traditional restaurants.
Okay, yeah.
Sign of cleanliness, respect for the space.
Got it. Bowing and shoes off, got it. Anything else? I'm a pretty loud, boisterous person by nature. Should I try to tone it down?
Yeah, I mean, Japanese culture values quietness and consideration for others.
Okay.
So try to be mindful of noise levels, especially in public spaces like trains and restaurants.
Okay, I'll try to channel my inner Zen master, keep the volume down. But speaking of restaurants, what about tipping? Is that customary in Japan?
That's a good question, and it's a fascinating cultural difference.
Okay,
Tipping is not expected or even encouraged.
really?
Yeah, it can sometimes be seen as insulting
Wow, okay.
because good service is considered the norm.
Okay, so resist the urge to tip, even if the service is exceptional.
Exactly.
Noted. What about other dining etiquette? Any table manners we should be aware of?
Well, this one might surprise you.
Yeah.
Slurping your noodles when you're eating ramen or soba, not only acceptable, but it's considered a sign of enjoyment.
Really?
It shows the chef you appreciate their culinary skills.
I can definitely get on board with that.
Yeah.
What about using chopsticks? I'm a little clumsy with them. Any tips?
Don't worry, even if you're not a chopstick pro, the Japanese appreciate the effort.
Okay.
Just avoid sticking your chopsticks upright in your rice bowl.
Okay.
That's associated with funeral rituals.
Got it.
And try not to pass food from chopsticks to chopsticks.
Huh?
That also has symbolic connections to funeral practices.
Chopsticks etiquette. I'm taking notes. But let's talk practicalities. What about cash versus credit cards? Should we be carrying a lot of cash in Japan?
Well, Japan is becoming more card-friendly these days,
Okay.
but cash is still king, especially in smaller establishments in rural areas.
Okay.
So it's always a good idea to have some yen on hand.
All right. Cash is king. Got it. Now let's move on to packing.
Okay.
What are some must-have items for a 3-month summer adventure in Japan?
Comfortable walking shoes are absolutely essential.
Right.
You'll be doing a lot of exploring on foot.
Yeah.
So invest in a good pair that can handle city streets and nature trails.
They're at the top of my list. But summer in Japan means heat and humidity.
Yeah, to
What kind of clothing should we pack?
light, breathable clothing is key.
Okay.
Pack layers because the weather can be unpredictable.
Right. Especially if we're traveling between different regions.
Exactly. And don't forget hat, sunglasses, and sunscreen to protect yourself from that summer sun.
Light clothing, layers, sun protection, check. What about adapters and converters for our electronics?
Yeah, Japan uses a different voltage and plug type than many other countries.
Okay.
So make sure you pack the right adapters and converters.
Right.
Keep your devices charged. You can easily find them online or at travel stores.
Okay. Adapters, check. Anything else we should consider packing?
Yeah, a small first aid kit
Okay.
with essentials like pain relievers, Band-Aids, any personal medications you take.
Right.
It's always a good idea, and if you plan on visiting any onsen hot springs,
Yeah.
pack a small towel to use in the bathing areas.
Okay. First aid kit and onsen towel packed. You have given us so many incredible insights and practical tips.
I've tried my best.
Is there anything else, any last-minute words of wisdom for those of us dreaming of our own Japanese adventure?
Yeah, embrace the unexpected.
Ooh, I like that.
Japan's a country that constantly surprises and delights.
It does. It does.
Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Try new things. Get lost in the moment.
I love that. Embrace the unexpected, step outside our comfort zones, get lost in the moment. That's what travel is all about.
It really is.
And remember, listeners, 3 months is a fantastic amount of time to really delve into the wonders of Japan.
Yeah, you'll have time to do it all.
You'll have time to experience those must-see sights, discover those hidden gems, and really immerse yourself in the culture.
It's going to be amazing.
So start planning, pack your bags, and get ready for an adventure you'll never forget.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Until then, happy travels, and we'll catch you on our next deep dive into a new corner of the world. Sayonara.